In this microcast, CCI founder and CEO Jake Weiss speaks with Jesse Wright, a high-performance consultant and former head coach of strength and conditioning with the Philadelphia 76ers NBA team. Here, Jake and Jesse discuss the meaning of authenticity in a feedback and coaching context, which is different than the traditional dictionary definition of the word.
Authenticity, just to contrast it from the Webster's dictionary definition, it's not about genuineness or authenticity as a human, how you present yourself. Are you real with everyone that you work with? It's not about that. It's authenticity with respect to how we seek out and how we approach feedback and coaching interactions. And I'll dig into the research behind it to provide some more clarity around what it means. The way we define authenticity is whether individuals are actively seeking out feedback and coaching with the sole intent of improving and getting better. And there are three major motives that influence why we seek feedback and coaching, and these all play into the authenticity factor within the assessment. One of the motives that we often talk about is the ego motive. And this work comes from Susan Ashford from the University of Michigan. She's done awesome work in the feedback space. But with the ego motive, that's when individuals are seeking coaching and feedback because they want to hear good things or they want to feel assured. Now, we all, as humans, engage in these motives at different times for different reasons. None are bad. The value is bringing intention and awareness to why we're seeking. So if we're operating from an ego motive, we want to hear good things, we want to feel assured, that might look like where we've just delivered a great presentation, we've just done something really well, and that's when we turn around to our colleagues or go to our manager or go to our coach and say, hey, how did that go? We know it went well. We know they're going to tell us positive things. That's why we sought the feedback. We wanted to hear that we did a good job. I wanted to know I was on the right track. Not a bad reason for seeking, but not giving you the information that you need to grow and get better. You're just affirming the ego. The second motive that we look at and tap into with the assessment is the image motive. And that's where individuals may seek out coaching and feedback to portray themselves in a certain light or convey a certain image about themselves. So, for example, if I know my organization values coaching and feedback, I might actively seek out coaching from different sources so that they have the perception in their mind that, hey, Jake's looking to grow. He's trying to get better. He's asking a bunch of people for feedback. I'm conveying a certain image of myself. Now, in reality, my goal is to convey that image. I may not want to hear anything that's coming in. It might be in one ear out the other, but by going through the motions, I'm conveying an image that I'm open to coaching and feedback. And that's that image motive. The other way that motive might show up, especially for higher performers, is if we're not performing well with something, we might actively not seek out feedback because we don't want to convey the image that we still have room to grow. So that motive can work in two different ways. Again, if we operate from the image motive, we're typically not hearing the information that we need. We're just trying to portray ourselves in a certain light and we're going through the motions. Now, authenticity, what it aligns most closely to is the informational motive, or in academic terms, what we call the instrumental motive. When we operate from a truly authentic motivation, when we have that instrumental motive, we view feedback and coaching as an instrument, as a tool that enables us to grow and get better. So unlike the ego and image motive, when we're operating from that standpoint, we're not just seeking out the positive that helps us feel good or helps us look good. We're actively looking for the constructive coaching and feedback that really helps us grow and get better in certain areas. So with the authenticity factor, again, it really aligns closely to that informational or instrumental feedback motive. And that's what we're looking at with this concept within the assessment is, what's our intent? What's our motivation for seeking out feedback and coaching? Because if we only want to hear positive, then when we're presented with constructive, we often discount it because it doesn't align to our motivation of feeling good or looking good. However, when we have that truly authentic motive, we're not only open to positive, but we're hungry for the constructive and for the nuance that really helps us take our skill from B+ level to A level or A level to A+ level. So that's that authenticity factor.
It's really interesting as you're describing the three motives. I'm literally thinking of three recent examples that I probably would have had each of those motives for why I asked for feedback. I think
Right.
I'm guessing it's human to be motivated by each of the three at different points in time, but I think it's impossible not to. I definitely aligned with all three of those at different points recently.
Yeah, it is human, and I'm glad you bring that up because we
Mhm.
we do want everyone to know who takes the assessment that we all engage in these motives at different time for different reasons.
Mhm.
If we're not getting the positive feedback and reinforcement that we need to know we're on the right track or doing well, we might have a greater inclination to seek that out because we just want to know. And that's not a bad thing at all. The value is bringing intention, bringing awareness to why am I stepping into this conversation? And
Mhm.
that way I know what I'm likely to get out of it and I know the type of information I'm looking for. So that we all engage in these for different reasons. I myself have definitely gotten off the stage at a conference and walked right to my colleagues in the front row and said, "How did that go?" And I knew it went
Mhm.
well. And there are times when it probably didn't go as well as I wanted to, and I
Yep.
wasn't as forthcoming about asking for that feedback. So it's natural we all do it, but really bringing some targeted intentionality to it is important.
Thank you for listening to this CCI microcast. To learn more, visit coachabilityconsultants.com.